My name is Pooty, and I'm a simple cat, and I am about to die. The events that led me to these peculiar situations are in and of themselves also quite peculiar, and I think they bear telling. So, even though my end is nigh, I will spend my last few minutes on this earth with telling you this story. The beginning of my misery all started when once, after spending maybe one too many days on the street, I decided to venture into a small house, a quite cozy house, inhabited by fellow cats. I decided, well, it's either dying on the street or dying killed by my peers. But before I had even been able to set paw in the house, a stranger, a human, grabbed me by the back of the neck and sent me with 3 other cats into a wild adventure. At first, it felt nice to be pampered by a human. He even gave me a collar, and really, I didn't have too many things to complain about. I was cared for, simply, and finally had companionship in my fellow cats, as well as a human to guide us. The human gave us each a collar. I received the tank collar, that is, the role of the protector, of the guardian of the group. But I was also surrounded by a crack team of fellow cats. One Barbie, a thief, one Peter, a fiddle cleric, as well as Sylvester, a dark necromancer whose dark magic would probably help us along the way. We were guided into a small alleyway where I had before shown my strength and marked my territory long ago, when I was still young and powerful. But now, I was not alone anymore. And though I still had a little anxiety within me to fight these new enemies, I had confidence both in my abilities and my friends, as well as my master's directions. We did quick work of these mangy cats and a few flies, but it was only the very first of our encounters, and unfortunately, probably the one that went best. I soon realized that though I was very healthy and had a lot of resources to pull upon in case of survival. It was not the case of my fellow cats, and a lot of them died rather quickly and painfully. But it's not the time for me to tell you that. First, I need to tell you about our first true challenge. The first encounter we came across was not really different from the last, but the easy work we made of the last encounter probably gave us too much confidence in ourselves, allowing us to make crucial mistakes along the way. Though it started well, with Barbie being able to dispatch a few cats here and there, I am afraid that we saw the loss in this fight of both Barbie and our friend the Necromancer. Barbie the thief was the first to go, due to his hubris and his desire for murder. He unfortunately was unable to sustain a barrage of attacks he had exposed himself to. Yet you see, my friend, his demise was not to be the last, for our sickly necromancer was soon to follow, brought to his own grave by a deathly sickness. Now only me and Peter, the cleric, remain, and we face our first true challenge, a challenge I had wished my friends Sylvester and Barbie would have met with us. Unfortunately, we were alone, me and Peter, to fight Lucy, a stray cat of great renown among the alley. I had once been able to defeat her, however. I was at the time much stronger and much better surrounded. The fight had barely begun when Peter beat the dust, burned by Lucy's spellfire. Fortunately, it was not my first encounter with her, and I knew her tricks, which led me to an assured victory. An assured victory without its cost, however, the cost of one dear friend and of my sanity, for I knew what to expect in the future, and Lucy was only a trifle in comparison, and without anybody to help me, I feared I would not even make it there. And so here I am, facing familiar enemies yet in an unfamiliar situation. How was I to sustain such barrage of attacks from everywhere when I was alone, not even being able to riposte as strongly as Barbie or to heal myself as well as Peter? I even wished that my friend Sylvester were there. Even his companionship would have been better to dying alone in this street. Unfortunately, such was my fate, and I accept it.